yeah, you know, it changed a lot. It got real. It got real like where you have to be part of it to rap. Because like I said, all the rappers before, a lot of them wasn't in the streets.
Yeah.
Right. Even when you bring up Nas, like I don't. I don't know if he has any street cred, but for as far as what was says, they were saying Nas had no street cred. Like Jay-Z calls him out on it, and nobody else would ever say in a story about Nas that Nas was in the streets.
Real G's moving sounds.
But there was some people that would say like Jay was in the streets. Like they had people that around him that would say that, not Jay himself, but people around you. If you around you would rep you and say Yo Gotti, right? I want to say like Trick Daddy or T.I., right? They have people around them. They got people around him that will tell you like, nah, he was really in the streets. Like 50, they say like they got people from Supreme Team that be like 50 was in the streets, but they not in the streets no more. Now you're rapping and you're in the streets. Plus you're so young that you haven't even really done anything. That's the crazy part. Like you there's no way you could have did all this. If you did all this before you like 16, bro, you're like. You committed so much different shit. It's like, golly, bro, it's crazy to me. So when I see it,
is it sad?
It's sad, but it's not like
it's sad.
Mind blowing to me. No, it's not mind blowing because I can see it. I can see how quickly that can happen.
Yeah. Well, you get sucked into it, and you get that's your life. Like you said, you can't see outside of it. This is the only thing that they live.
The difference too is I would say this too is there's no OGs. There's no like. True. There's no like people that was older.
They get kicked off the block early now.
The OGs ain't even there. Half them in prison.
The day, it was true.
They in jail now, so it's like they ain't got nobody going. But then we accept it too is the problem too. Like we accept it. Even the radio stations like 90 Hot, they play the music that they play.
Yeah, they're pumping.
Right, they pump their music. They even if they talking about killing people and the ops that they gonna go get, and they talking about smoking on other ops, all that shit. They play it. So they getting funding off it too. So it's like I don't see any way to get past it. You know what I mean? Especially with YouTube, and they can just make their own videos and put them on YouTube and get 1 million views. And nobody that's trying to get money is gonna be like, you know, let me not sign this guy, because somebody gonna sign him. There's always gonna be somebody out there that's gonna sign him.
No, for sure.
And gonna make some money off him because it's gonna be, you know, quick money. So and they ain't gotta deal with none of the consequences or none of the shit that's going on around them. Yeah. They just gotta sign the contract, get them to make more music, and.
But you look at somebody like a Tekashi 6ix9ine thinking that he's playing a character, and then he jumps into real shit, and he's like, wait a second, why is this turning into something bad? Well, because there really are people doing this shit, and now in the shit that you were pretending that you were being, they're for real about it, and now look where he's at. He lives his life crazily, but that happens all the time.
Yeah, and it's just like I said, I don't know when it really turned that way.
Yeah,
because it just turned to where it's like. It's real crazy. It's real like wow. And it might be because I'm getting older, but I don't remember it back in the day. Back in the day, it was. I just don't remember it being like I know when you was young and being crazy. We was young and crazy, but especially we weren't rapping about it, and especially. Well, there's no platform for us to be able to talk about it anyway. Not saying that we wouldn't have did it back in the days too.
This is a bigger platform now, and plus it's more.
So it's a lot.
Even the dudes without a platform or without opportunity,
they don't need it
anymore. Put it all on YouTube.
Yeah, they don't. That is the platform. They don't need. They don't need a record company. They don't need nothing. They can just put videos on YouTube, film them with go buy a camera. They can use their iPhone. Yeah. Do the whole video on the iPhone, and get 1 million views, and you know people watch it. People entertained by it. That's what I said. That's what somebody said before about entertainment. You know, people like to be entertained no matter what it is. They got videos about wars in the streets. I was just showing them gang wars and stuff. So it's like they got wars in the streets that is like people entertained by that. They like to see shit. They like, you know, mafia shit. They like killing and murder. Like mafia. Like I think on Valuetainment or one of them, they had 2 of the old mafia guys, you know, actually yelling it out and shit, right? Yelling at each other.
And there's another thing too. Like I've been seeing a lot of that lately. Like the old school mafia guys, like Sammy the Bull. He's on a podcast for Valuetainment, I believe,
with
and they're talking about it. He's going into like what happened to Jimmy Hoffa. What might have happened to Jimmy Hoffa. He goes into like all the old school. Now it's been a lot of time separated, which is super interesting to see. By the way, when you see.
Yeah, I just don't. The only thing is I don't endorse it. Is the thing. No. A lot of people endorse shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like I don't endorse it. And what's crazy is I would say mostly in the hood, like we endorse that shit. Like we endorse it. We make it sound good. Yeah. or we make it sound like we try to reason with it to make it, you know. And I say this all the time. Rap is getting dangerous. Like rappers are dying like easily. Like just going out into do a show. The rapper Draco the Ruler just got stabbed in the California festival, stabbed in the neck.
She's getting real serious,
It's
real
like,
quick.
what the fuck, bro? It's like, come on, man. Like, I don't. But that's why I say when you try to play both of those roles, it's gonna be hard. You're not gonna be able to do both sides without worrying about being injured or dead or murder or going to jail. That's be the worst part. Probably going to jail.
I've had billions of conversations like this, but a lot of the times their argument is they had no choice. There's no choice.
There's always.
And I always think there's a choice. You can choose to be a hero, or you can choose to be a fucking villain. It's up to you.
There's always a choice.
It's up to you. And as soon as you find your opportunity to get the fuck out, that's what it used to be. You find out you're not proud of the fact that you're still there.
No,
you
the whole point of doing it is the hustle to get out. The hustle to stop doing it. Like that's the whole point. That was the whole point of the struggle. Was like, you know, make enough money, stash enough money away, and then go legit. Right. That was like the thing.
That was the whole thing.
Right. That was like the storyline. Now it's not the storyline no more. Now it's I'm gonna stack it and then go, you know, get everybody guns and get everybody, you know, ready to go to war again. Like you still going to war about shit. Like you ain't sending people to go to war for you. Like I don't know. It gets kind of crazy to me. Like, and I don't know when that really changed like that. I don't have the answer for that. But it's not. It doesn't seem to be working. But a lot of people are profiting off it, so it's like a thing.
Yeah, I get it.
There's a lot of profit, a lot of money to be made from that. So people are gonna do that. And the people that say they ain't profiting from it, like, you know, the radio stations, they're doing that. Or the people that are doing interviews with these people, the
That's
kids.
Why they do it.
They're doing it so they get views and they can get money, right? But they never. The problem is, I see a lot of these interviews. They never gonna press them because, first of all, they scared to press any of them. And secondly, what you know, I don't blame them if they worry about their safety. But you know, they won't press them, and then there's never gonna be a real conversation about it to see about, you know, what's the real, like, how's this helping? Yeah. What's it gonna help?
Who's it adding to? Are you adding to society?
You know what I mean? But it's the only. I would say this before. I had this argument before. The only genre of music where you gonna die, where you could die.
You could die.
Like,
it's a part of the concept.
That you could die. Like, there's no other genre of music. You can't tell me no other genre. Rock and roll,
country,
R&B, right? Even R&B is getting gangster. They trying to be gangster now, but country, they can talk all they want about whatever they talking about, but you ain't got to worry about dying.
Everybody getting shot.
You ain't got to worry about going to your show getting shot or some shit. And if you don't want to look at that as reality, then I don't know what to tell you, because that's.
And some of their rap fucking sucks too, by the way.
Well, rap is that's all
untalented in my opinion, most of them. So
rap
they think they're good.
I used to be real into that too, but rap is some like hip hop to the hip to the hop top. You know, to me was whack. But at that time, hip to the hip to the hop to you don't stop the rock to the bang bang boogie.
I can see it in their faces. They think they're so fucking.
I'm like,
and you're like,
I'm like,
but they are talking about some real
like
shit
that
though.
Rap.
I think that's more interesting that they're talking about real shit.
Oh yeah.
I think that's cool as shit that they're. It is a way, no, it's still art to me.
It's cool. Music. People like music. People, if you be creative, you can make good music. People like it. People can dance to it. Some people can't dance to it.
Some of that shit's real shit. Really listen to what they're talking about instead of trying to decipher it. You're like, oh, this guy's talking about.
Really doing some shit. Yeah.
So,
like real shit. Like you talking about like real life. Yeah. I did this. I'm gonna do this to you type of shit. Yeah.
Or you can just listen to music. Just listen to music.
I just listen to music too. Now that I'm older.
All right.
You know, type of. Go back and blah 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 blah.
Hey.
Oh, sorry about that.
Settle down. All right.